Somehow I fell out of my chair. Hello, everyone. Welcome to VRV Podcast, episode 145, our weekly podcast where we talk about everything VR. I am PJ,
I might be Wookiee.
and we might be here to share VR with you. So
Yeah.
we're still doing sporadic, shorter episodes. We're still working on things, I guess you can say.
Day job life has been very busy. Sorry. What else?
But other than that, what's up?
Not much. Just been doing a lot of work, catching up on things. Not a lot of VR activity for me, unfortunately. Don't make fun of me.
Don't shame me. Don't VR shame me.
Don't you make fun of me. You put pressure on me. At this distance, your head orb looks like a dot on my eye orb, like eye hand. Here, it's really weird. No. You're ruining it. You're ruining it. My bubble. No, I've really wanted to jump in more into Skyrim VR lately, but I haven't done it. And Cyberpunk,
Nice.
But I don't know if it's going to melt my laptop.
Skyrim, you won't have any issue, but yeah, right. Cyberpunk is a beast. For it to be like smooth in VR, I tried it, and I couldn't do it. Not on my PC.
Well, it's got like the 3060 or whatever in it because I wanted to upgrade my PC, but I used the shuttle PC cases, and it was hard to find one of the newer ones that wasn't an arm and a leg, and also fit in the case without me having to rebuild everything. So
yeah,
for the price of one card, I almost got two laptops. So it's like with the cards.
Skyrim runs great on everything. So
yeah, I just get stuck in the mods because like in the default you hold your hand like this, and then the shield's just stuck, and I was like, I need it over here, so I was always tweaking the never got around to actually playing it much. I'm like, oh, that's wrong, and then I'd go tweak it, and there's 4 hours gone, and then I'm like, well, I don't have time to play now.
Yeah, I hate that.
So I get sucked into tinkering.
Yeah, I just had the most chocolatiest glass of chocolate milk I ever made, so I might be a little squirrely. I apologize. I wasn't watching.
Listeners and viewers, like, you don't know how much he makes like flavored milks. That's the thing. I don't drink milk, and he drinks my share, I'm sure, in chocolate and other kinds of milk. There's a couple funny milk stories that come to mind, but we'll save those for later.
Yeah. Sorry, go back to your I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, that's fine. No, it's just the problem I have also with VR was like the tinkering. I like to make processes to make things smoother. So I was always fiddling with the Rift, trying to get it like, what do I need to do to put the headset on and not have to fuck with Windows settings at all? Like, and I'd be working on that for hours and not playing because it's like when I put the headset on, I don't want to be angry before I get into the game. So I would try to do my due diligence. I'm like, I could have done anything on the planet instead of that and had more progress. I could have been cleaning my office, rewiring all the TV stuff and electronics I have to get cords out of the way, anything. But I chose to do that, and it soaked up all my VR time. So, yeah.
Witness, I remember those. I could hear you, and it's just like constant, like, fuck this, goddamn Windows. Like, I'm just like, oh, that hurts. That sucks.
It still kind of does it. Like, so we've tried to play Zero Caliber. No fault of the game, I don't think, but using virtual desktop. I think we talked about it a couple of weeks ago. Virtual desktop and Steam VR, and like I boot it without Steam, and it interrupts the game. I boot it with Steam, and then I can't get to the game menu because the Steam hijacks the menu button. And then sometimes the audio still goes wonky. Like I can hear it. I take my headset off, do all this stuff, or go into windowed mode. I can hear everything. Turn in the game. I got to go outside and then do it, and everything starts like virtual desktop starts to degrade every time you minimize stuff. It's like, oh, just pet a cat.
Yeah, and I know that was one of the You were like I could have said like two more words, and you probably would have bought a PS5 and a PSVR 2, and that was the main reason I think because
That is
you
exactly
just
the
put the
main
headset on and play. Like, I mean, the Quest 2 is great and all that, but apples and oranges.
right.
Yeah,
And I want Steam or whatever to be the library because you can still play older games on Steam. The console ages out. But for the
yeah.
best experience, it sounds like PS5 and PSVR 2 was kind of the way to go. It's just I have only so many thousands of dollars to spend, and that was like a full-on thousands of dollars. And it's like, well, I want to do these other things.
Yeah, you got
That would
swords and cars and things, and
take that thousands of dollars and shakuhachi. I got to get back into the flute. And those again, I have the shakuhachi U, which is a trainer. It's kind of like a recorder made out of plastic. Still sounds pretty good, but it's still a plastic flute. If I ever get to the level where I need to buy a real one made of bamboo, it's probably a couple grand minimum for a piece of bamboo. Oh,
yep.
and there's that $40,000 katana with a fucking skeletons painted on the scabbard. Like, girlfriend was like, that scabbard has like a lot of bands on it, like slots, and there's only 2 slots with skeletons. Does that mean he was keeping track and that one's killed a couple people? And I'm like, that's what I was thinking. Fuselage painting. I don't I don't want to sell my car. Get a thing that I can't use. Because if you use real
Yeah.
katanas to cut the tatami mats, I'm pretty sure if they're historic, you're lessening the value each time you use that. So, too many interests.
Yeah, it's a thing.
Too many damn cats. Just kidding. They're just sitting on my foot right now. So, I really do want to get a PSVR 2. I've got the PS4 and I haven't bought the PSVR 1. But that racing game, I'm sitting here like I've got a wheel I could probably repair. This connector's loose in a stand, but I want the Logitech wheel for the PS5 and PC. Need a different adapter or a different stand. And that's $300 for the wheel and $100 for the stand. And do I throw those out or give them to somebody? And then that's $1,500 to get into a racing game.
Yep.
I mean, I'm not knocking the price. Nothing needs to be free. It's quality stuff.
Yeah,
It's
just how much time can you spend on that when after you buy it, type of thing.
I mean, I could get everything I just mentioned without too much financial strain on me. Like the $30,000, $40,000 katana, I could actually make that work. I really had to. I just can't fit it all in my house.
Yeah.
I mean, I could, but I shouldn't. Got to get rid of some Legos. I need a yard sale. I need to do a Swedish death clean. No cultural appropriation. Just a thing where like, okay, everything that doesn't mean anything to me should go before somebody after me has to deal with it that won't know what it is.
I was morbidly thinking about that the other day because I was making some wall space for a new painting, and I'm like, if I die, only Wookiee will know what half of this shit is. Like,
we've had that discussion too. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm like, so if I go first, you're gonna have to deal with it. And if you go
I'm gonna
first,
have to come up and have to catalog it while I'm crying. Well, I'm probably holding your severed head and being like, okay, talking to you like a crazy person. Okay, you tell me what this is. Arguing with nobody.
Yeah.
But like, my stuff only means anything to me. Everybody's stuff mostly means stuff. Some things are worth things to other people, but like, the girlfriend's collections, she has the knack. Like everything she buys will shoot up 8 times in value, and I'm not even kidding. She's got posters that are worth like $400. She was just talking about them. She's got all this stuff, no idea what it is across all the things she collects. So she's like, she knows she really has to sit down and catalog this stuff. You should do it for like insurance, like whether you have renter's insurance or homeowner's insurance. You should catalog that so you could claim it on your insurance. You have to have some sort of proof. But it's also like, in case something happens, you don't somebody just shovel out $100,000 worth of stuff to a landfill.
I can't get myself to like reorganize my Lego shelves, let alone catalog it.
I'm looking at buying another Lego custom
Yeah.
MOC, that Fondor Hallcraft from the Andor show.
Yeah.
I'm like, I swore no more Star Wars Legos. I have too many, and I don't even want half the ones I have anymore because the newer movies and stuff have burned me out. But Mandalorian and Andor are kind of like, hey, we're still relevant. Like, just die already, Star Wars, for me. Just, I'll keep the few
As you
that I
say
need.
that, Star Wars is playing behind you for me.
Oh, I mean, I'll keep some of the older ships. But
Yeah.
But yeah, we have so much stuff. I don't know if I would make use of it.
Yeah. If I walk in my game room and something catches my eye, makes me happy, I'm good. Like,
I get that. But all that stuff for me is packed up still. It's all just like, what is this? Shit, I forgot
I
I
see
had
my
that.
writing on that cardboard box, and I feel good.
I remember packing it, and then I remember unpacking it, and then I remember trying to refinance the house, so I packed it up again to make everything look a little more photography ready.
Nice.
So, yeah,
I've moved into my house 3 times.
pretty much. And I don't know, maybe I'm crazy. We're not even talking about games at this point, but like my version of cleaning is too much. Like I rip everything out of my office and then clean it. And then I put things back that matter to me. And that's when I change stuff up, and there's a cat running around somewhere. Change stuff up, and then, like, oh, I've got too many things. I need to pare
You
it
know what?
down. But
That would be a really awesome service to start up. Hey, you got all these things. Pay me. I'll come every 3 months and redo your room with your stuff that you haven't seen for 3 months. Like,
just do a refresh, swap it out.
yeah, just mix it up because I like changing things up all the time. Like, I might pay for that. That'd be pretty cool.
But then you need another room to store the 6
No, they
copies of
store it.
stuff.
That's part of the thing.
Yeah.
Audio listeners, we're live in VR. We're making funnies. Sorry.
All right, keep your cats behind me. Like, stand up when they're not doing anything. It's like, I hate you. Something was happening. Yeah, I get that. If they stored your stuff, that would be a weird service to do, but I'd do it. But at this point, I just need. And I went on that robot kick.
Yeah.
And I painted the Jeep that came with it and all that stuff, and I went nuts. And that stuff still, it needs more ventilation because what it's made out of than I have. So it's shut in a room that you got to like open the window because of plastic there. I've got all these fucking cool ass robots, all these Legos. It's like, idiot. Why do you keep doing this to yourself?
And you're like, I gotta do stop motion Lego shit. It's like,
no
do you?
But like, I'm a walking dichotomy with that stuff because I would be perfectly happy with like a 1-bedroom apartment with nothing in it. I could just sit there and be fine.
Yeah, been there.
But then it's also like, I collect crap. So what is with that? Maybe I'm 3 different people. I don't know.
Could be.
What's up with you? What's up with games?
Well, if anyone listening or watching hasn't noticed, GDC's going on, which kind of tempted to go next time, maybe.
All right.
But the Pixel Rip studio, Anna, announced their next game. It's Pixel Ripped 1978. That's the year I was born.
Dated.
1995 Pixel Ripped came out on my birthday, so it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And hence our dot Lady Justice.
Right. Awesome.
But yeah, that they're partnering with Atari, so I'm pretty pumped.
That did look kind of.
What's that?
I said that did sound kind of awesome.
Yeah. If you haven't played those games, they're pretty sweet. 1995 is especially my favorite because it reminds me of my childhood. Yeah, it. One level, you're in the back of your parents' car, like shooting out the back window at things, and we did that as kids. Like,
Yeah.
And now there's a game with it in there, playing a game in a game. Like it's just, she's so awesome. That whole
That's
team is great.
Such a cool idea. When we had her on the podcast ages ago, her explaining that, just like wanted to make this game, and she studied, and I think she moved to London to study. It just was like making this game. Like, I have to make this game. It's fucking cool.
Yeah,
to bring back a 90s kids nostalgic childhood anything, the two things you need is Pixel Rip 1995 and Emu VR, and then you don't need other people at all. You don't need anything. You got it. The other people online to maybe get covers for all the games and stuff, and the poster ideas for the room you can decorate, but other than that, and Anna's team said they can make Pixel Rip. You need a few people. Not many.
Yeah. So yeah, that was exciting. But
that's pretty cool. I've never thought about going to GDC. When I went to Full Sail for game design, I thought about going then, but I couldn't afford that.
Yeah, you just get to meet all the people we talk to and hang out, and
it sounds fantastic.
Yeah. Maybe next year.
Whoever started that Twitter trend that was like, I'm not going to GDC either, but let's have a networking thing. I saw so many cool people flying.
Yeah.
Like, well, that's a good idea.
That's cool too. Well, we have to make space in here. Like the non-GDC podcast hosted by VRV Verdict.
Gotta do stuff here. Maybe we can have somebody take some sort of booth to GDC where they can sit in there and pop in.
Yeah.
And we'll just be sitting there all week like, hey, somebody showed up. Here's some fake popcorn.
Just have like a screen there with speakers where you can hear us, and like, hey, how's it going?
Do like a week-long no sleep streaming.
That'd be awesome.
Like we're not making any sense. We're not being coherent. Like, are these guys drunk? Like, no, they just haven't slept since Sunday morning.
Nobody knows why they're here, but
yeah, nobody's listening to this shit.
There they are.
Be like, hello? Or no. Hello? Just start dancing.
I use my number 2 button, so it's zoomed in on us right now, the camera. Like, yeah.
Your number 2 button?
Yeah.
Sorry, there's a poop button. Crude noise I just made. There was again. But
we played a lot of No Man's Sky recently. I was in VR. You and Logger, our nephew, weren't, but I had fun all the same. Our nephew was in DC the following week after that, and he tried to play in VR, but the hotel internet sucked, and his Zero Caliber wouldn't updates, so we couldn't play the new maps.
Yeah.
But
in he tried to I think use virtual desktop, but it's like you got to have your own router and a corded connection. You can't use an entire building's Wi-Fi to do that. So we played the Utopia Expedition, which you and I played the week or two before that and got it done. And there was a lot of troubles. And this time we have some clips and screenshots of the game. I was doing it on Xbox this time because I did it on PC the first time. So since nephew wanted to get the new stuff, going through it again, that game royally boned me over left and right. It rolled me over. I got to went up to a volcano to get an achievement thing or whatever the next point, and game glitched out for a second. My little hovercraft thing went barrel rolling up and down into the volcano, up over the ledge, down in there. Achievement flashed by, and I was like, shit. Let's get off my screen. And it killed me. But then when I respawned back at my base, it was like fire damage, and it just kept dying in like 2 seconds, like 50 times. I couldn't even get into my. I thought at first it was like the planet's too hot and I'm trying to get to the door and I'm dead. And I'm like, that was weird. And it just kept happening. So all my stuff was in my gravestone on a volcano. And then it was at my base computer. And then it was at my base computer. And it was at my base computer. And then it disappeared.
It was like Groundhog's Day. I was just standing there and I'd watch you die, spawn, run, die, spawn, run. Like,
it took me a while to figure out, like, oh, I think, like, I inherited the damage taken from the ship. The ship was still in there, but nothing told the game, oh, he's outside of the ship. So I just kept inheriting the ship's damage. I had to relaunch the game, but I lost all my stuff. And I was like, I didn't want to hold you guys back from getting his expedition finished because he was on a time crunch. So I'm just like, I'll go do something else. Oh, funny, but that stuck.
yeah, that's rough sometimes.
Lesson from the first time, like I've been mining copper to share with everybody, so I had like 1,000 copper to keep making base computers and stuff, and all of it gone. Oh no! And it was funny because you guys kept going like, "Oh hey, copper deposit. Oh wait, this one's empty." Because I already got it, and then it got just sacrificed to the volcano god.
Yeah.
Oh,
good times.
Maybe Smeagol can fish it out for you.
Yeah, if you haven't played No Man's Sky in VR, I don't care what headset or system you have, do it. But it's another one of those games like in PSVR 2, like it just looks awesome and it runs very well. No issues. So
which is what a lot of people, that's why it's worth $1,000 just to get into that stuff. Is like just putting it on. My favorite thing, being a satellite PSVR person playing with you who has one, and I'm just enjoying the outside of it, is the rumble that apparently is the force feedback that's in your head. Because then, like, I'll just be flying by in a spaceship and see PJ's icon running on the ground, and I'll shoot a missile. And apparently, that's the end of the planet for PJ, because it's just like, what the fuck? Or like landing your ship as close as you can because it's really loud.
Yeah, when you're not expecting it, and all of a sudden that happens, like it's something to behold. You're just like,
just laughing, but vomit is still coming out in a straight line. Why not?
But I picked up Pavlov too, just because I couldn't. I had to check it out. We haven't played for a while, but it looks like a brand new game now. Like you remember how the frickin' enemies, the AI would just like you'd watch them be born in front of you. It doesn't happen. They're like very nice looking, full bodied. Like,
do they behave better? Because we would do the all handguns on that airplane level, and they would come in and it would just be like an automatic gun, and they're like the kick. It still had the recoil, so their 6-shot Magnum gun would like all the 6 bullets in one shot, and they're like aiming at the ceiling, and it's like, the hell was that?
Yeah,
so they'd either headshot you or they'd hit nothing.
Yeah, it's much better. And again, I haven't played the PC version for a while, so I'm sure they've made the same improvements there. But again, like
small team, I'd have to focus on PSVR 2, so I could see PSVR 2 being like all shiny and better, and then the App Lab Pavlov Shack thing. I don't know if they've updated that. That was running okay. They could have abandoned the PC for a bit.
Yeah. Again, I want to, once we get up and running, I just got to ask people about this because it's so baffling. Like, how does it look so good?
Yeah.
But, yeah, then that I mentioned Zero Caliber. They had a new update on the Quest version, working on PC version, but they reached out. We have a giveaway going on if you're listening to this live tomorrow, which is Friday in the evening. We'll be giving 2 codes away for Quest version. They released 3 new PvP maps. I checked them out. We were going to play it and make a video, so I just did it myself because all the issues Logger was having, but pretty cool maps. Pretty open. One of them's on the smaller side, so it's, the just constant killing and dying, so that's cool. But
we had a couple of small ones that were kind of a blast before.
Yeah. A lot of improvements, but yeah, that game's still probably my favorite shooter in VR overall, just because I love being able to hold the grenade in my mouth, pull the pin, and throw it, and I love reloading. You just take the cartridge of bullets, knock the other one out, or the clip, and put the clip in and keep going. It's so much fun.
I was watching. Well, I was waiting for an update before we knew we weren't playing it the other day. I was watching the video on the store on the app on the Oculus store, and it looked like they threw the clip up in the air and caught it in the gun. And I was like, "Oh, what?" But there's probably a lot of those nifty little things in there. But it is kind of nice to just hit it and put it in. I wish you could turn on like hardcore modes where, like, if you pull the clip out, if there's bullets in the clip, you lose those bullets. You got to be more mindful, and then take off the A button so you can't just drop the clip out. Because my brain is now permanently like drop the clip, put it in. Like I have to sit and like translate in my brain. Okay, let's try this fun move, and then smack it and then stick it in. I wish I could just turn those things off and be like, okay, I have to pay attention. I can't just pull unlimited bullets out of my underwear.
What are they doing in your underwear?
That's kind of where you grab them. The belt pouch is like, you got a fanny pack.
Nice.
Don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know me.
They're screwing me. I didn't imagine that, did I?
No. But yeah, I don't know if they updated the graphics too, because last time we were playing on PC. So now, like, playing the Quest 2 again, it looked like they might have upped everything because it looked way better than I remember it. So that's cool. I didn't
from PC backwards to like a Quest. You'd be like, oh, PC was shinier, but
yeah,
maybe
I don't know. They also have a game called Breachers coming out. I've been in like the alpha and beta. I haven't played it yet because I haven't had time with everything else going on. But that's looking really good. Like very tactical, slow down, like Rainbow Six team-based shooter type thing. So that might be pretty sweet.
A while back. I remember Open Flash and Clear on Zulu was like all you'd hear me say all weekend. Like,
yeah.
So much that I'd be like, saying Zulu while I'm reheating a slice of pizza. Like, Zulu. I don't know any other words now besides pizza and Zulu.
Yeah. So I'm pretty excited. They've done so well with Zero Caliber. I want to really put some time into Breachers as soon as possible. Sadly, not sadly, it's next weekend, and this is where we lost time last weekend, the fucking Diablo 4 beta.
Want to try the Druid
Not VR,
Love the
but
Rogue.
yeah.
Love the Rogue.
Yeah, before you started, I played the Rogue up to like level 10 or something and had a lot of fun. And you rolled the Rogue, so I went with the Barbarian and had a lot of fun too. Like, she was very cool looking, like all her outfits. And I love when you transmog stuff, you can match everything and it makes everything look really cool and keep it.
Yeah. Well, there's more color schemes because some of like the purples and blues are pretty like, here's a primary color. Like, I know the characters are small, but I like earth tones and more shading. It's just like, here's bright purple and the whole thing's purple. It's like, damn it. Because usually like the default color wheel, at least on the Rogue, the default outfit with the default colors, fucking crazy cool. And then you get the other things, you choose like blue, and it's just like, you're a blue snowman. Like, I have two colors. But yeah, the Rogue was pretty fun. I like the Barbarian the best in Diablo 3. And I don't remember, were the graphics bad in Diablo 3? Because somebody posted a side-by-side screenshot of like Sorcerer, and they're like, this is the amount of graphical fidelity that jumped between the two. I remember D3, you didn't have like the game director or the art director fired because it was like kind of like Warcraft graphics, which everybody seemed to like, and then some sect of people complained and they got that guy fired.
I don't know.
That was the direction everybody wanted to go, and he nailed it. And then somebody was like, I don't like Wind Waker. And then they were like, get out. you made this game get a complaint. And then now it's like ultra high res, which is like everything's so small. It kind of, to me, it makes the game look old. Like the old isometric top-down PC games look like hyper realistic, but it was like tiny. And it feels like that. It feels like something from the late 90s, early 2000s, but obviously improved. But it still looks like that. Everything's so tiny and crisp. Like when you plug your Xbox into a PC monitor, you're like, holy shit. It gives me that feeling. Everything's too crisp. It's
I remember Diablo 3 was I always thought like I remember like this is awesome, like graphics and all. So I don't know. I like both styles,
like,
but
yeah, it didn't look like Diablo 3. That's what they said it was. But Diablo 3 was gorgeous. And I love
yeah.
doing the barbarians flying around, like jumping 30 feet and smashing people. I don't remember half of that game. I just remember the jump smash.
Yeah, I'm pumped to see what the druid does because apparently it has different forms, and each form obviously is a different play style. So
Right. I did see, didn't mean to see any spoilers, but I did see like some werebear. So it's like a bear version, but it's like a werewolf bear. And that reminded me that in Warcraft, there's a mage tower that I missed out on. I think they're bringing it back, but it was like challenge mode where you had to do a bunch of solo stuff. I think. Don't. If anybody's listening, that's gonna get mad at me butchering this. I don't know. All right, but they have like a druid bear form and like crazy bright pink and orange flamey cat forms and stuff you could get by doing the challenges in that tower. And I never got it from my druid. It's like I want to be a werebear.
yeah,
This druid is a werebear. But yeah, and not knocking the game at all, but it's kind of like I know Warcraft itself has a ton of lore, and I'm sure Diablo does too. I just play the Diablo games. I don't know anything about the lore besides, hey, keep going to hell. The two things that probably annoyed the crap out of PJ was like you're walking around and they're like, "Oh, I am part of the Haradrim," and I'm like, I know you pay homage to like Lord of the Rings, and you got Illidan, which is the same closest name as one of Elrond's kids, and you got to keep using those names. Like nobody acknowledges this. Like when Game of Thrones got popular, and they're like, "Oh, that song, The Rains of Castamere," or whatever, and all this stuff, and I was like, that name sounds really familiar. I don't know if it has anything outside of Tolkien, but it's a character in Tolkien in the history of Gondor. So I think it's one of the kings, and he was like a bad guy. And he's the one that contributed to Gondor kind of shrinking. It's like Castamere. He's an idiot in the history. Like, I hope there was a thank you in the credits to being inspired by, and not like, oh, we thought this up. Because when people read this stuff and see all this stuff, then it makes the Tolkien stuff look like, oh, that's old hat. Like everybody does those tropes. It's like that was the first one and it's still the best one. Watch them out.
yeah.
But then they were like, some monster we ran into is a Vukodlak or whatever. I'm sure that's like a real Czech Polish kind of fairy tale monster. But it's like, did you just put that in? Like nobody's used that word in a game I've ever played until that Witcher episode comes out. Like one of the coolest ones, where he goes to brain fart, but it's snowing in their miners and stuff like that, and kills the other Witcher and all that stuff. There's like a Tavukadlak. I'm like, that's a weird word, and then here it is in this game. And it's like, just I know these people are borrowing stuff from other stuff, but you're borrowing from the borrowers that popularized stuff. To kind of use your own ideas for names.
I think
That just bothers me.
We need AI to make more words. We're out of words.
Or that, maybe. And maybe, yeah, just help out. Just make more words. Because then, like, it's like one thing gets popular in a game and it's like, ooh, and then other people just steal it, or in a book. Like, it's really weird running around in Ghost Recon Breakpoint, which was kind of a weird game when we first played the beta. Like, I don't know about this, but we ended up having a ton of fun on it. Except for like the random regular white-tailed deer are honking like elk, because when Red Dead 2 came out and had elk over, and they do that weird, Black Rider squeal, like whatever noise they make. And that was real shocking. And I think everybody was like, that's really cool, because it's like stuff you don't hear all the time. And then they're just like, let's put that noise in our game. Let's put those snow steps in our game. And it's like, do you need it? It bugs me. Like random just grabbing without acknowledging, I don't know, I'm going on a rant here. Plagiarism. Like, maybe I'm just stupid. Like, I've seen that exact thing.
Yeah, it had to be 4 or 5 times total last weekend.
I only remember 2, so sorry if there's too many. But it's kind of like, again, it's somebody else's fairy tale word. It has nothing to do with me, but it's like the injustice. Just like an homage is like, a nod of the hat. It's not the whole outfit, like, come on.
Yeah.
Sorry for the rant. When we need more dwarf books, why aren't people are ripping stuff off left and right? Somebody makes damn dwarf content. There's still some Korean music video for like Doggy Swag, which I think Doggy is strawberry. And these guys are singing like Doggy Swag. It's a really weird song. And then in that song, there's clips of random stuff. There's a clip of something that looks just as good as the dwarfs, like the cool dwarfs from The Hobbit or whatever. Like, what is that? It looks like they're standing by a wagon. And it's like, what is that? And where did that come from? Is there a TV show that I don't know about that has cool looking dwarves? I still haven't found it. It's been like 8 years, I think, since I've been looking for that thing. Dwarf content, please. Sorry.
Yeah.
Stop. Like, borrow some dwarf stuff. I should get off my ass and do some dwarf stuff. But
I need a good dwarven VR game that I can do this
right?
with.
So you can
That'd be
look up
sweet.
at people. Like, give me your belt.
Yeah. But again, that's one of the things I love about VR. Like, you can be short, and it's awesome because the whole world's huge.
I just feel 4 little paw pads stroke down my leg with like a nail or 2 you can just sort of feel that are there. And I'm like, what? I thought he was going to shred my leg open. Hey, Jerry. Say hey, everybody. Hey, Jerry.
Well, about 40
Return to
minutes.
Moria. Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Where's Return to Moria? Kind of waiting for that. Hope it's good. Not VR, I'm sure.
No. Not without a mod, maybe.
Don't know that I want jump scares of goblins in dark caverns in VR, though. 'Cause I might, the jump scare might make me poop.
Yeah, that's not good.
But
yeah, I'm in a weird, like, I've still been playing PSVR 2 just as much as I was, kind of, except for like some other things going on. But it's so easy to stream. But I'm like, because I know there's algorithms and all that, and I don't know anything about it, and I don't really care. But I had a couple of people mention like, "Wow, you play a lot." Like, maybe I won't stream this session, this 4-hour session today.
who said you play a lot? Random strangers or somebody you know?
Well, I guessed it on the Let's Talk Oculus on their PSVR 2 episode.
Mhm.
They're like, you streamed a lot this first week. I'm like, yeah, I was putting it through its paces.
You like
And then
to check my
another,
fits, bro. Sorry.
yeah, and another person on Twitter said something. I'm like, all right, I'll just drive around by myself.
Isn't that what people were supposed to do?
No,
Like,
they
you
were just
stream.
joking, but
I know, but like,
and it was funny because I was having that mic issue on there because there's a mute function buried only when you're streaming. I couldn't find it otherwise. I'm like, what the fuck? So the one of the first times I streamed, I just in case the mic was hot because I didn't know, I was talking, which I don't normally do. Normally I'm just playing, and I was saying the dumbest thing. I was having so much fun, and it didn't pick it up. So then I tried to do that again. Just I was tired because I had a long day at work, so I was like saying stupid crap, and it was just not the same. I'm like, God damn it!
did it pick that one up?
Yeah, I'm all fine now.
Yeah.
It's all working. So I'm just like saying stupid crap, like running into the wall, like, oh, there's my skid marks from last lap. You think I'd learn, but nope, here I am at the wall again. Like, yeah, but still having fun with it. It is weird playing PSVR 2, putting the Quest 2 on, like I feel smaller. So that's weird. But yeah, other than that, like I'm still mainly playing PSVR 2. I'm not trying to be cool or anything, but the only other stuff I've played this week I can't talk about right now. So
I've just been working.
sorry. Yeah.
I been playing Warcraft a little. We've talked about that. And like, oop, clunk Jerry in the head with the controller. I didn't know you were there. Poor Jerry. And I wanted to, like, their new updates are bringing out like the new recruiter friend thing. And I really wanted this jungly airplane thing that's got arrows sticking out of it, like Indiana Jones. So I was like, well, maybe I should. I don't have any friends to recruit that are interested in playing. It's like we used a couple of old accounts that I had side accounts, and I asked a couple people, and our nephew started playing, and then I haven't been able to play. So it's like I think I'm paying for more than this girlfriend. 6 accounts, and I haven't been able to play.
Yeah, but we flew that airplane all day that one day.
Yeah, we enjoyed it. I think even I don't on that character. I think I only had the first flying skill. I didn't have the faster flying skill.
Yeah.
It's expensive, so it's like not getting anywhere quick. But it's pretty rad. 'Cause, people have weaknesses for mounts. Don't judge me. But then they're like, oh yeah, the next update's coming like right away, and that should refresh. They said a new stuff was coming out, so I'm like, do I just cancel these and be happy with what I got, or do I check out what's coming next?
Yeah.
I'm like, I can't pay 60, $90 a month for Warcraft. I'm not quad boxing myself for anything.
Still, like, I want a VR game, like I mentioned, like co-op, like where two people are driving one vehicle and doing co-op stuff, or like I brought up, like I want to be defending a stagecoach or whatever while it's in motion and fight people off in VR. But like half of our Warcraft time is us in one of your two-person mounts just flying around to the next thing, like just hanging out. It's like, you can do that in VR. Like, yeah, just give me something to shoot at, and just it doesn't have to be crazy. Just something to do.
I've got like 12 game ideas. I just have to have time. So how do you, like, if anybody's listening, write in comments, how do you manage your time and pick a topic? Because I have like 3 hobbies I want to get back into. Two of them deal with meditation. One of them deals with like physical fitness. There might be 2 more that deal, or one other one that deals with physical fitness. And I like want to write a book. Got a book idea that I've been told I should finish and write. And I've got 12 game ideas, 2 of which are like 10 years old or longer. And it's like there's only one me, and I have a day job. Like, it's really hard to pick one. I'm sure everyone suffers with that. It's like, oh, I just need to
not to the level you do, and this has been going on for decades.
It is. Well,
Yeah.
when not to my own horn, when I pick stuff up, sometimes I pick stuff up right away, and it's like, oh, I could just make a career out of that. But you can't do that with 50 things.
Yeah.
Like I start playing that shakuhachi flute, and I'm like correcting notes, and the guy, the teachers, one of the grandmasters, is like, "Did you just correct that on purpose, or did that just happen?" I'm like, kind of both. Like I noticed it and I fixed it, but I don't know what I did. And he's like, "That's really good." And then I'm like, "Shit." Then it's like pressure, like, oh, I'm a prodigy or something. No, I'm not really, but it's like, oh, I've got a thing. I should see this through. I'm like, I'm just having fun.
There's a Zamfir edition of Wookiee.
A what?
Is that Zamfir, that famous flute player dude? Is that right?
I don't know.
I think that's right.
I don't know.
Anyway, sorry.
But it was funny because the next lesson that I got, he was like, okay, here's my teacher. He's probably no longer with us. This guy's been playing since the 70s. He's like, here's my teacher doing this piece, and it's a really good recording. Here's the sheet music for shakuhachi. It's just basically an ink brush thing. He's like, this, you do this, that's what this means. Let me know how far you get. And I'm like, huh? I'm like, maybe I can correct the note, but I'm a beginner. Here's this I guess it's a beginner song. I should just suck it up and finish learning it. Too many things I get good at quick to stick with one.
Yeah, it
I
sucks.
think I need a deep dive. And you're like, this has been happening for decades. I think I need somebody that's been near enough to watch me be an idiot and be like, here's your patterns. Lay them out flat.
Every 3 years, you switch things. Like,
It's like every 3 minutes now.
no, I mean, that's what you should just do. Pick one.
Yeah,
3
hold
years.
it. Oh, I see. I see. Because I'm like, tomorrow I'm picking up my classic 60s car from the shop. And then I'm picking out a katana and then playing the flute. I'm trying to find a place to take sword classes again because you took a few of those with me, right?
Yep.
In 2001 or so. So we, have some education with that. And it's like, I've always wanted to find a place to do it. And I'm like, why haven't I? I don't know.
You just described like your tomorrow looks like the movie Kill Bill. That's what popped in my head.
Nobody's chasing me to kill me.
Well, because
I'm
he's
not
driving
a-
around in his car with a sword.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Suddenly
what
wanting
happens. But
suddenly wanting a sword that costs as much as that car's worth, probably. It's like,
yeah.
neither which I'm qualified to own, but I will. I'll have it. It's been around for 500 years. I'm sure it'll wait around.
The car?
No, the sword. Yeah, I think I need some coaching with that. Because
Some
again, the book
sage-like advice.
I do. I need it. The book I did, I wrote a short story and handed it to somebody who has experience with like books and agents, and they're like, these characters have more of their own voice than anything we've just read this past month that are getting book deals. You need to make a book out of this because it's better than all of this professional shit. And I'm like, but I can correct my own pitched note with the flute, and that seems impressive too. What do I do? Like, I don't know. They're both fun.
Yeah.
I'll do nothing and like it. Oh, should have been a psychologist. I'd like to unwind myself. Sorry, free therapy session. I owe you guys all like $20.
No, just me.
Okay.
No, that's fun to deal with. That's what my weekends are like. It's like I got 10 things to do. Which one do I do? And like I've posted this on Twitter. Like I have these 10
Here's my
games to
list.
play, and
Somebody
I
pick
do
one for me.
that. But I just like I number them, and I just tell my robotic assistant pick a number between 1 and 10, and that's what I do. Works sometimes. Saves me some free time.
I should just make a list of all that kind of stuff and do those things where like that Danny Trejo or I forget his name, the actor guy was like, see if you can pause this video when my hand and the machete in it is like in place. Or maybe I should do like a Wheel of Fortune and it would be really, really big and the text would be really small. Since there's so many things like wherever you push your finger and it hits, somebody pick me what I should do today.
Once I get my business up and running and I'm swapping out your room every 3 months, I'll just be like, hey, this next 3 months, you're doing this.
By the time I get back here, I want to see you not cut your hand off. Like, okay.
Yeah.
But then we have that thing. Humans have it. When Halo came out and we LAN partied the shit out of that, had like 2 good weekends, and then you spend a bunch of money and get it set up. So we have like a real LAN thing going on, and then nobody shows up. Stuff like that affects me, like even down to cooking. Like I've been making tomato ramen. I cooked 2, making tomato ramen. It's been fucking fantastic. And I know if I get set up to like make it in bulk, I'm not going to make it anymore. So as soon as I invest in it, I'm like, I'm going to go over here. Like, what is that?
Yeah.
I don't know. This is a Games Light episode. I'm sorry, guys.
Oh, it's okay. He was doing that in I forgot the name of the game, but a VR cooking game. It's fine.
Yeah, like tomato ramen. Yep.
Yeah.
In cookout
in VR.
Cookerman's Tale. In VR.
All right. Well, we'll be back soon. Still working on things, still got plans, still doing stuff, but as you can see, other things are happening.
Life.
But yeah. If nothing else, I'll play a bunch of other games and we'll make a new video and talk about it. But this one right here that's playing is pretty sweet. This is all my PS2 VR from opening weekend.
And you're bobbing your head when you're driving your car, which that's still the funny thing. Like jamming. Like that road's real bumpy. No, it's not.
God, that game stutters a lot. No, he's just being stupid.
Doing good.
Yeah.
Going real good, Sarge. Yeah, following the driving line. Cutting the corners.
Thanks for hanging out, listening.
Thanks for sticking with us. We will be back soon with more than just tomato ramen.
There'll be peanut butter ramen. I don't know. Gross.
Peanut butter soup.
I totally forgot where I was facing in the real world to hit the button, and I don't know where I'm at. There it is. All right. Nope. It's over here. Sorry. All right, everyone.
You're pointing the wrong way again. Good night.
See ya.